the great Alex Crassie, and of course the Bouticrow.
Sure. No tell me about no dunce attitudes. No said them unruly and rude. Take them from the street for love but not defeat. Then you
when you look at where you're coming from, the family that you came from, the hustle that you've been through, all of that. Sometimes you don't even know how to put it together. I remember Bouticrow talking to me some time back and say, yo, you know what? I got to do a movie about you. For a brother to say, listen, I got to do a movie about you, I should tell you the intensity of, who you are as a person, what you come from, and the things that you've survived, So a little bit about me. I'm the guy that left Ghana with like $100 in my pocket. Got on the plane, went and lived in Captain Park, some suburb with one of the most notorious, Ghanaians, real gangster, hustler, who one day put me on the street because I wasn't bringing money.
How did you end up with him? When you got there, did you know anybody?
Too quiet. You understand? You want to leave the shores of your country, but what you normally do is like you connect with people. Oh, Charlie, me back into him. You know what I mean? So, can I get to live with you, to stay with you for a minute? All of that, and then the connection comes, and people really have a business about that. You understand? Yeah, I'm on for business. So too quiet. Somehow, some way, you'll be business into a bar. Maybe the money that you have on my G and then they would dictate the pace. So to cut that short, because we're on air, that we don't have much time. The story is deep. Ended up on the streets of Gilbert, from the suburbs to the streets of Gilbert. And I would lie to you, where I was dropped, only God had to just hold my hand throughout that day. But I'll be grateful to say big shout outs to Rocky. Rocky had a studio, I think it's in GP.
Yeah. Downtown Johannesburg.
Downtown Johannesburg.
And corner GP on
and
Moy Street.
And Moy Street. Yeah. So so what happened with me was that here I am, dropped on the streets, and we're not talking about just any kind of street. You understand?
It's rough out there.
Yeah, we're talking about where you get jacked, you understand? Where you get stabbed, where you get, where it was a brutal streets that I was dropped, you understand? And somehow, somewhere, I remember asking God, what am I going to do? And I had this direction, like, go down the street, just walk. And I had my luggages and stuff with me. Right. And that was really, really, recipe for disaster. Just having your luggages, your bag with you, people could come jack you and all of that. Bro, I went in the studio and I met one gentleman. His name is Opa. Opa, wherever you are, rest in peace. Thank you so much. I mean, Shao, may the angels watch over your soul. So when I got in there, I didn't know that, the studio was for a Ghanaian guy, you understand? And I got in there, I was like, I want a place to stay, Oh, yeah. Like, ideas, where you going to sleep? On the street of Joburg.
That was that very day,
Yeah. One of the coldest, Joburg at that time was extremely cold. Like, a whoopah. And I remember my talent had to come up and save me that day. So I got in the booth, I was like, I can rap. There was just
so it was a rap thing back then.
No, it was a studio. So like you just walked into the studio and you find out they're playing some hot beats and you're like, listen, man, I can do some rap.
Did you know how to rap before you left Ghana?
I was one of the illest. In fact, I went to St. Augustine's College.
Not today. You go do freestyle though.
Yeah. I went to St. Augustine's. I was the best rapper in St. Augustine's College in 1998. You know what I'm saying? And I was part of TTL. If you know this song, although you are da me.
The two of you would have a rap deal.
Yeah, so big shout out to Shoka, big shout out to Shoki, big shout out to Kweku Bawuah Bonsafo, Vigor the Dinosaur, all of that. So my talent had to save me there. And one thing that God did for me, knowing exactly what I was about to face or the things that were ahead of me, there was this gentleman who ran a strip club in, your friend is saying, on the streets of Joburg, right? Yeah, downtown Joburg. Now, this guy is called Oprah. So Oprah was running Hebrew Inn and then running Maxims.
The great young performer just walked in the building,
Yeah. Big shout out to y'all. Yeah.
Are you familiar with these places?
I'm just gate crashing, I'm feeling the vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. So a quick one. I said more. This guy. I got in the booth and I started rapping, and the guy's like, "Yo, man, you the man. You can finish squatter camp. Your flow is dope. You're in there." And then there was one guy called Museki who was a singer,
right?
And he was there, and the guy just loved me right there. Loved my flow, loved my demeanor, my style, everything. And I told him, "Listen, man, I'm homeless. Yeah, man, I need a place to crash." And the guy's like, "Yo, man, you and I can become a group, man. I have a spot."
Why you laughing?
Yeah, because if we talk about the spot that we are talking about, we'll be drowning. Like the crib the guy is talking about, we'll be drowning. That's a deserted like hospital where people who come to Joburg to look for jobs, you understand, all go and get crushed. You understand? Like Obe Hospital.
A deserted hospital.
It's deserted, and the thugs or gangsters have taken over, and the rooms, almost rent it out in the idea. So once you're there, you pay monthly. You're in there. So that was where the guy was living, and I tell you, man, there is light, but I mean every type of criminal, you can find in that building, every type of let me use the word sebi, I don't know what they say, you can find in the building. It was crazy, but I was content. I had no place to go, so I ended up with Museki, you know, and I lived in that particular, you know, cubicle with him for some time, and that is where the entire story began. It was nasty from there. I won't lie to you, man.
All right, Booty, say something for.
So before I leave, then I know Turaz for Ghana.
Yeah.
And I know
Okay.
Turaz. So
Good.
I remember my friend Shocker was Turaz's guy.
Yeah.
You know, so one time I meet Turaz, he come my house, you know, so me and him would build that day. And then I don't see him again, and then I go essay. So I'd been in the essay. I don't know what time he come. What year?
2-4.
Okay, so Turaz come 2-4. Me, I go 02.
2 years apart.
Yeah. So the place you go, Rocky in there where this thing happened.
Yeah, Rocky.
Okay,
Big shout out
so
to Rocky, man.
The studio where Turaz go, I had been there, you know, prior the time it come, and I'd moved on. You know, I was hustling, like, you know, other places. So one time, my boy, shout outs to Aziz and Alaji. One
shout
time,
outs to
they
them,
do
yeah.
some move for me within, we forgo Hong Kong. So the move they do, the ticket come there, Rocky in studio, in studio. So I'm walking there to go get the ticket. So I'm walking on the staircase, and then I see Turaz.
That was magical, like right there. I screamed out loud, like it's like, "What you doing here?" I was like,
I see Turaz. I'm like, yo, Turaz, Naya. You know what I'm saying?
Bouticrow.
I get. So I'm like, yo.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then I tell him, say, yo, I tell I can't go Hong Kong. When I come back, we'll go link up. So I go Hong Kong and I come back and I go look for him. But you see, when I see Turaz, the Musiki guy they talk about, Turaz go through like some crazy, you know what I mean, face with him, because now, I think when he realized Turaz talent, no, he wanted Turaz to like really stick with him and do the music, because he was pursuing the music.
Yeah.
You know, and with what Turaz had, no, he knew said it go fit happen. What you must say? And because Turaz was staying with him, no, Turaz couldn't do nothing, like, you know, because I remember one time, like, yo, Turaz, make we go someplace. Turaz no one go. You know, if he go, like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I
but that one thing.
Yeah, I see,
Yeah.
Who called me that one thing?
Yeah.
Over
I
that
see.
one team, like
So
crazy.
that
man.
day when I saw that, I'm like, damn.
Max 89.7 FM. We're here with the great Turaz, Alex Kwesi, the host for Max Morning on Max TV, and of course with Bouticrow, who was here last week. Hustle hard in the building. All right, you can watch us live on Facebook as well. That's Max 89.7 on Facebook as well. So loose talk here, we get back more with them.
Icy Fine, Showman, 167. Stop, know your more. If I was 7 fool, if I'm that feature. If I was 7 fool, if I'm that feature. And yes, I am. Yes, I am. And yes, I am. Yes, I am. If I was 7 fool, if I'm that feature. If I was 7 fool, if I'm that feature. And yes, I am. Yes, I am. And yes, I am. Yes, I am. The boom will see my end, yes, so call. Take your advice, now you're happy. Tall. Start on me with the peace and planning. Yo. From cross 7 no Jimmy, so. Across the media, grass messy. Across the phone
89.7 Max FM.
I got shit, I see you. Super scary. Now they want got the destiny. Cause I get more goals than Messi. Got the backfire, Yaminti. I also annoy ya. Where she a K1 and the back. Open my soul. Yeah, I'm not to say that. I also annoy ya. Where she a K1 and the back. Open my soul. Yeah, I'm not to say that. Start me a more. If I was 7 fool, if I'm that feature. If I was 7 fool, if I'm that feature. And yes, I am. Yes, I am. And yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I see Father Kid Bills out of the Bronx, New York by way of GH. That's right.
If I'm that feature.
This song is entitled Loose Talk. That's yeah. Loose Talk, right? Tough, right? That's what's up. That's what's up. Hustle. I hear one here from Facebook says Street Disciples hustle hard.
Yeah, Street Disciples. That's the squad. Damn, man. That's the squad. Charlie, this lifestyle is a movie. Charlie, and this movie go win everything because we go touch lives.
Yeah, that's right. So, no, Street Disciples. Tell me about Street Disciples.
Yeah. All right. So, Instinct Booty has always been a big brother. Like, he's always been a leader. You know, like one who puts people together. You get what I mean? And as we're talking about my music journey. Let me just get back to how we got to Street Disciples. So quick one, right? There is this, I don't know how to put it, but there is this institution called the Red Ants. So what the Red Ants, they do is that they come in and evict people.
And that's, yeah.
Yeah, almost from Red Ants. So almost a red, almost bar. Yeah, well, maybe out there, and they come and they evict people from there. They buck in without no apology or fridge. They will flip it from, like, the story building. So where I was living with Musekin was a place where, like, the government has put a huge, call on it to evict everybody out from that place. One afternoon, I me buy and easy. Everybody was evicted from that hospital that we were living in, and then I had to call Opa. So Opa was the one that ran the streets, your friends, and Mariston Street on them, and ran Maxim's hotel and also Hebrew Inn. And this guy picked me up and put me in Maxim's. Now that story crazy. So from there, me and Booty, I had my own spot a little bit. All I had to do was, wake up every day, in the evening, work with strippers. you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Entertain strippers, be the one that does the roll call for them to come on stage and do what they do. Inti, me and Booty built a very strong brotherhood right there. So with our talents, Moseki out of the way, we had to now come together as a team, as a group, and then put some work together. And I tell you, that is like one of my best works that I've ever done. Yeah. So Booty brought this idea, put Buffalo Soldier, Buffalo wherever you are, man. Big shout outs to Buff, Popsido, myself and him, and it was an amazing journey. That story alone to be another thing. What you have to on that?
So I had been there for some time, so I was doing what I was doing, and when Turaz stopped moving with the other dude, now he could I could hang out with him more times. I was recording with Booth all the time, and to be honest with you, one day Booth was like, yo, as a matter of fact, before I started hanging out with Turaz, Booth was like, yo, you should bring Turaz, because Turaz too, I'm like, yeah, but Turaz is always on that side. So, when I'm going to go record, so when he stopped moving with him, the other guy, that's when I was going to go record, I brought him along, and then Popsido is a South African, ill dude.
Big shout outs to Popsido, man.
The guy that rap, just like picture DMX in Zulu. Wild dude.
Picture DMX in Zulu.
Rapping DMX, rapping in Zulu.
Yeah, that's Pop. And it's one thing I liked about Turaz. Turaz get talent. Turaz for really do music. Because look, Turaz, if you don't do this, and make I tell you something, you go come back again to come do this.
Nah, I'll definitely do it.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'll come back on that.
No, the reason why I'm saying that is when we come here on Earth, there's certain things we for do. So like this particular time around, certain things you for accomplish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you do not accomplish it, you come back again.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, got that.
Just do. So if you know what you know, then you have to just do it so that the glory of God will be seen. That okay, that talent that He gave me, I used it. But Turaz has always been that dude, raw talent. You know what I mean? And there's no crowd. Turaz not gonna feel rock. And that's what I liked about him. And it didn't matter if he be just one person for the, because we used to do shows, just one person in the crowd, 2 people, 10 people. But Turaz would do the show like we get like 1,000, 2,000 people. And I used to like, because it's 4 of us on a stage. But the way Turaz did do, I'm like, wow, this guy.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So value. So he brought value. So Imam and I'm like, yo, I need Turaz. Turaz, because it didn't matter how small, Turaz will keep it alive. And he was good at the freestyle too. Turaz, man. So
today you give me freestyle.
let me tell you something. Make I tell you some story real quick. We go YFM South Africa. Pardon me for, and Turaz, both. And it was an opportunity we had. And we reached there, no, the DJ no even start talk like, we just hear see some instrumentals. Aye! And we spark it off. We rapping, Turaz, with the freestyle. It was crazy that they made him feed that. So from what he did, they're like, okay, they won't do some freestyle, whatever competition. So Turaz represent. You know what I mean? And it was lovely. The other day we go. It was lovely. But Street Disciples became our hustle, like our squad, and we was pushing the music. The beautiful thing is before we all leave, or before I leave South Africa, they had our song playing on radio.
Yeah.
We had a music video playing on what's the name? Channel O. So if you ask me on that Street Disciple, lane, we was able to achieve what we set, ourselves out to do. The only thing is that I left, and me being the head, now they had to go, for themselves.
There was no engine running that.
But now that you're here and the engine is here, what are you gonna do?
But Turaz is doing morning, but we have a studio now, so by all means, Ghana people go here.
Not me, I want to hear him today. Don't worry that. Max 89.7 FM, watching you live and clear inside Indianapolis, Kumasi, Tanosu.
Wow. Shout out to Kumasi.
See Rita,
folks,
Rita Blinger, I think, I got it right. Ali Mo Benjamin is watching us live, and Michelle Camp, and of course, my guys, hustle hard. Brody. 24 minutes of the hour 9 here, and we're going to be taking your phone calls for Turaz and Bouticrow. Now, he was talking about last week about the strip club you worked in. It was like the
okay, yeah. I'll be honest with you. Ghana for my story crazy,
Yeah.
The strip club that I was in, Maxim's Hotel. I remember Bouti used to come there. And Buti's like, yo, man, what are you doing here? Then I hear what I say, what you doing here? Because that was the place where all the criminals, you're not talking about, I don't even see criminals here in Ghana. Nah. I mean, they ain't have killers. That stuff. We are talking about real killers. People where they will stab you, take out your heart, throw you off the street in a minute. You get me?
The girls come with scars on their faces.
Yo,
girls, man, scars.
Yeah, like brutal. Like I remember, Oprah is the one that took me there because I had a place to stay. So what Oprah did was like, yo, Turaz, I'm gonna put you in this particular place. All you're gonna do is you're gonna entertain everybody that comes to watch the strippers at night. So would you now and so for Mike, and then you speak to the strippers, they come, they undress, they do everything. It was very, very nasty in that spot. Very, very dark times in my life. I remember in the room that I was staying in, there was a gunfight in the next, your friend is saying, apartment. So when we're spraying, shooting, some of the bullet penetrate through the glass from that particular apartment into my apartment.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, for sure. So you'll be there and you hear, And then by the time you realize, like, the wardrobe, bullets, shishimuni idea, it was.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and I remember one night, one Sunday. It was a very dark time because, like, Box Street is a street where and I was like, God, man, I went to the rooftop and I started crying. I started weeping. Like that I will never forget in my entire life. I was like, Father, if anything happens to me, because I'm in the dungeon, I'm in the zone with everything that is nasty. You get what I mean? And then I started crying, and I heard the wind blow. It blew, and it was like I heard a voice that said, Kwesi, if you really get close to me, I'll make you a household name in this country. So you gotta follow me. What am I say? Now, this is a place where people come to stash guns. You get what I mean? Every criminal that you can think about, that was their hiding spot.
On the rooftop?
Yes, that was their hide. No, like
in the building.
In the building. In the building. I quite remember sometime you visited, and we had to go through a phase where you just walk and you see naked women and all of that. There was this girl that I don't know whether it was the plan of God or who came and started giving every lady or every woman warning and say, you get what I mean? I've seen people break bottles and stop people just for my sake. So what Oprah
89.7
Oprah did,
Max FM.
Make sure that's Max FM, man. What Oprah did was, like, he took me to all the streets. He was like a real legend, a real gangster. And he would hold my hand and he would tell people that nobody touched this guy. This guy is my guy. So I had a free pass, from Maxims to Hebrew Inn all the time, And I remember at night when I'd perform at Hebrew Inn, go take care of business and coming back to where Maxims heavy, I'll meet people who will pull up guns and try and jack me. And then the moment they realize that it's me, they'll give me a pass. They'll give me a knock or use the gun and hit my head a little bit, and then I'll go. What? It was a really, really dark time, but somehow, some way, we got through that. One day I was performing, and here in a helicopter, police, squad, I'm invaded that particular place. And Charlie, that night, they were out to get each and everybody who was in the building. They got everyone, put them in these big trucks, and they were throwing, I can't really remember that night, they were throwing in like tear gas, because some of the boys now who were arrested, they were screaming at the police, insulting them, shouting at them, and all they had to do to shut them up was really throw tear gas. And imagine being in this room, this near to tear gas, how would you survive? Got locked up a couple of times.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, got locked up, and that was when I returned. That was the end of me in Maxims. I had to somehow, some way find my way and get a new spot. That was also Bertram's, and it was also a drug infected area. I got a very simple 9 script, and then finally, interestingly, the crib that I was in, a drug lord moved into the crib. And
The drug lord.
Yeah, one of the hardest Zulu drug lords moved into that particular crib. And to imagine, he's a target. You get what I mean? He's selling drugs all over the place. Police are running in and out. Heavy, it's a crazy.
Max 89.7 FM. I know we have lots to cover within the short time that we have you here. You have to come back tomorrow morning for Max Morning. I know that. So yes, but definitely we will cover some ground today. Max 89. You can also join the conversation on Facebook. Max FM 89.7 here with Alex Crassie, Alex Kwesi Crassie. Yeah. To us, and of course Bouticrow, who was here last week and is back today. Good buddies from South Africa. I know Bouticrow from back in the day. Though he recognized me before I did.
Well, heavy is the big dog. Heavy the control. If you don't know him, Heavy be the dude. know what I'm saying?
It's been at it for long,
If you don't know about New York stories, yeah, all the 5 boroughs. You guys talk. I don't know what you guys talk. What best I'm American come on. Heavy is the dude. Y'all talking.
It's all good.
89.7.
We have a few people here on Facebook. Somebody said this is a crazy story.
Max FM.
Apostle Glenda R. Phillips Lee, you can Bridgeport, Connecticut says testify. Someone here. She says hallelujah. Ivan Norma Kelly says, yo, I'm loving the vibe. You can join the conversation on Facebook as well. Right after this song, we're coming right back.
Hip Hop Africa. OM.
So once you bear my phone, then you be out. I come home and yeah, man. Now wow. Yeah, man. Now wow. Ask your mama. Yeah, man. Now wow. Ask your papa. Yeah, man. Now wow.
Yeah, to be a man and you easy. Today be a run up my busy. 2010 to one minutes at our recording, so I ain't hit it. The Piamisha studio recorded, but I expect I boot down and rest it. When you break project, bit of torch, I got 10 road, bit of dwash of it, mommy. To a member, ginger my name. Me brand on the Polish of them. That's how what they said, they're just about to continue, be a baby, Jimmy. What was so did he? No money, cause all your GP. Young boy Saba, you mean in the Sakabato, which any promote a family. Undia body and go chabe. Sony would get them a country. You're getting I when you're in Ortina or rep bet watching. Oh, she next time a just go feet. What I build no like the crumb by you every day. Where go get this money? Me share easy, baby. Since you're saying you're easy.
Yeah, man. Now wow. Ask your papa. Yeah, man. Now wow. Ask your mama. Yeah, man. Now wow. Ask your papa. Yeah, man. Now wow.
Ask your mama. Bema be a package. Bama yeah west. The one pack I can say Chris $1 was some be yeah. Yes, this that young pay. The phone to be there. Cause we get to my drink. No more pie check and go piano and bread. Best senior boys in railway. Poku guy back home for like we could Dubai one day. How many to Yanko Posu? Nipa Bayo Sete. I'm up for this no style like you anymore with this a payday.
How do you feel me?
Take your drinks is a Tom and Jerry. One day over at this a Reggie Bolly. Nebo, don't mess up the sack of belly. Yeah, don't mess up the sack of belly. When did this we are any heavy? Rewind it.
All right, to be a man, it no be easy. That's Kaboom there, Kaboom the Cherish.
That's a dope track, man. Dope, man.
To be a man, it no easy, you know. All right, it was Jifa. Wanyo says, I'm grateful for how God has brought you guys. Much love.
Thank you.
All right, now, we'll activate the phone lines for the callers to call in tonight. It's Max 89.7, Max Evening, special edition here with Bouticrow and Alex Kwesi Crassie, the host for Max Morning on Max TV. Of course, Bouticrow is hustle hard music. Here to do his thing, of course, giving the opportunity to up and coming and existing artists as well to do their thing musically, of course, creatively. Let me put it that way. Yep, videos all across board is doing his thing. And I actually went to the studio and, you know, when they say that I'm impressed, I don't like using that word, I'm impressed. I mean, it is what it is, but I was blown away, you know, and I'll say, congrats, man.
Thank you.
The hustle is real hard. Paid off. Remember what I told you, right?
Yeah.
What did I say? I said it's a hustle.
Yeah. So, yo, Heavy, you know, you coming there meant everything to me.
Wow.
Heavy. But because you be the guy, yo.
Well.
I don't know if Ghana people forget. You're still the guy. So to be in your presence and you don't want to stand, Heavy.
Wow.
Me, God, only God knows. But you don't worry. I did for you because, you know, when Ghana people, they need to celebrate. But me, I go celebrate you.
Wow.
You see that thing?
Bless
I
you
go
for
celebrate
that, man.
you. I love you, bro. For real, for real.
Love you too. Wow.
Right. Because you coming, you be big boy, yo. You be big boy, wow. And no be every big boy where you go. You know what I mean? Yeah, they come start. I'm not starting. But you take time. Come day there and tell me, Booty, this, that. you know what I mean, show me the ropes. They're not good do them. I know these people. I get people for the industry inside.
Bless you.
They're not good do them, man. So for you to come there, you need to take no pain. No pain. You don't want nothing from me. You just want to come see and support and tell me, say, this and that and that and that. That's real. People don't go doing like that. So
Don Catachina.
Yeah, they hold you in high esteem.
me-
They
oh
hold
my
you in high
God.
esteem. On some real talk, man.
This guy got me all emotional here tonight. Wow.
Real talk.
Whew.
Real talk.
Man. Ooh. All right. Anyway, get yourself together, heavy. All right. Is it the OG have to to share their story with the youth, so we keep our heads up. That's one day from Ivan. Yeah, you need to share your story so the youth can keep their heads up. Well, we have something for the youth coming up as well. Your advice for the youth. Your story's not finished yet though, but let's get to the phone lines here. 020-182-5252 for 10 minutes only. You can give us a call here on the Max Evening here, 020-182-5252. If you're on Facebook, you want to send a question in as well, you can feel free to do so. But yes, the number is 020-182-5252. Or you can also call 0550-055-522. More friendly and Timuka. Okay, so open first. So it's my friend 0550-055-522. Yeah, hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, Max Evening. Your name, where you calling from, please?
My name is Bouticrow Patois.
Okay, can I say it to you?
Yes, Turas is my friend. I do a track with Turas. That was way back.
Wow.
Turas team will do for Patois.
Hey, Odifo.
Patois to Turas.
Yeah, Odifo. What's up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Cool.
What to say?
Yes. It's good you come back.
Oh man, I'm grateful. Thank you.
You have a lot. You have a lot to give it to Ghanaians.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Odifo.
Patois is back on stage. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Hey, Acho, Odifo, thank you so much, man. Yeah, let's link up.
We love you.
We love you too. Love you too. Right. Bless you, man. One.
All right.
So to be, you know, if you say we do behind you,
Yeah, but I remember, like,
you paid your dues. That's what I mean.
oh yeah, like we have a lot. You know, our catalog is huge. You get what I mean? And I just have to say, maybe God bringing me here tonight was Booty just to remind me of that great talent that I have. That is, I'm sleeping on. You know, you get what I mean?
I think you're sleeping on it though. You're dozing off.
Oh yeah, like you see, Heavy. I'll be honest with you. Like, we've pushed beyond measure, Charlie. Yeah, it gets to a point where you push, and then you're like, let me just stack this for a minute. But right now, as it says, we're in position to make sure that we get our stories told through our music, and that's what we're gonna do.
No doubt.
And I don't really want to go back and come back here and like leave this area and come back, because the struggle is real. The struggle is real. Yeah.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening.
Evening.
It's every
Yes.
fine.
Everything is okay. Your name, please.
I'm Colombia, calling from Tema.
Okay, go ahead.
Big shout out.
You see, these your guys, I love them too much.
Bless you.
These kind of niggas that we need, not Shatawale them.
For real though.
These are niggas that we need. Yeah, I love them too much.
Bless
God
you.
bless them. For
Bless
them
you.
to come in.
Bless you.
Yeah. At
Bless
the
you.
right time, we are going to talk.
Thank you.
All the best to them. Oh, down low stage,
Bless you.
Okay, now it is 020-182-5252 or 0550-055-522 or 0579-300-025. We have about 8 more minutes to go with them, and then we're going to be wrapping up and go to some mixed music. But if we have to extend, we'll extend. Hello?
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah, so my name is Moses. I'm calling from Wager.
Moses. Yes.
Yeah, and then I want to give you some thumbs up for this show that you've been doing on Max FM. Yesterday was my first time listening, and then I think I like the contribution and everything that is actually happening on Max FM. quite remember a driver called you yesterday saying he was an Uber driver trying to hustle, trying to make it up. And
Right. I remember.
I want to give them the thumbs up that they didn't leave God out of it.
Thank you.
You know,
Most
for the
important.
fact that they said that every hustler, each and every one that want to make it, you just look up to God, and then he's got the final say.
Thank you.
That I like about them, and then I think they should keep it up. Like, they've got the convo, they've got a rap, they've got the game. I mean, for the fact that they are not leaving God out, it means like it's going to source out like 100%. Because I used to listen to Steve Harvey, how he struggled to make, and then one time it was like, God just showed me the way, and God showed him the way, and now he's a millionaire. So one day I'm not taking God out of their contest, and then they are putting God first. Clearly, man, they are on top already.
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you, man. But you gotta say something about this, man, because
man, it's crazy how you say I say something.
yeah, you
Yo,
got to, man.
I don't know you, but you know, I love you for saying what you deserve. Listen, Ghana, everybody would listen to Max. Me and my guy Turaz, well, me, I sure said some people did there with a hustle, but difference is we're here, we're telling our story. You know, so we appreciate Heavy. I appreciate yoga.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Okay.
Nake. Look, the guy we just called, he touched on something, and I'm happy I say make a touch on them. Listen, without God Almighty, forget. I go fit tell you me I say here right now, me, what I set myself up to do, that okay, I can't go America, this is what I go do for America. I go come back to Ghana, I go come open Hustle Hard. I go fit tell you live on radio right now, by the grace of my Father, that I am that I am, the creator of these heavens and these earth and everything in it. I go fit tell you that to his glory, that I've achieved it. I have achieved it at this age. They me setting me who say me go America. They me babe or Ghana no. I've done it. And say me yeah is because me gwan Yankopon. Mandao, me hustle here. Me hustle here. Hustle hard. The name, that's where it comes from. Hustle hard. I really hustle hard. But I kept God Almighty. Me friend son, me bonny din son.
I love you, God Almighty, man.
When I wake up, I'm calling him. Bibia me ye bia me friend, because I realize say, yo, without Yankupon, I can't achieve it. Me wa America, me to America. Me wa American passport. Me American. But African American Yankupon is all I need. I don't need nobody else. You understand what I'm saying? You know, just imagine me where I feel conquer. Me say what I tell you how I feel about Yankupon. Then you where you struggle to conquer. Think about it. I need to talk about say sorry, I'm not sorry them 24/7. And you know so American. Make you finding God yourself, because on a ball. So in you, his the spirit dwells in you. So if you call upon him like the way Turas call upon him when he did a rooftop,
yeah, man,
he will come. He will show up. And then when he show up, you for just be honest with him. But you must want nothing from you. It's just one honesty between you and him. What you must say? It's crazy when people say, oh, and son and mad and contents. I don't want to go into that, but you see, and you know now, Emma Yankupon.
Insure.
And no.
Yeah.
And son, if you're not destroy life, if you destroy liver, you know, then contents. Okopel baby bra, if you're not bano, when you fly now, we're not broken out. And you know what comes with it, and the vice versa, you know. I speak also for the men, you know, into both ways. But you have to, certain things don't get involved in. Don't get involved in these things that at the end of the day, I bet destroy our life. And I bet my own watch show. You make a say, okay, you've done that. Now, no, when you Nyankopon tem. Me who bia or you're so close to Nyankopon than Turaz. That's my friend. Me and him will go on.
I love that, man.
But it's crazy how sometimes me and Turaz we're in the mix. We want to say, what family chain now then say Gunechi, then he's in his mind. When he's doing that, I know say he's either praying or he's meditating.
Meditating, yeah.
That's crazy to me. That's my
man.
friend. What you must say? So we can be in the illest place, we can be wherever, but even in that moment, we find time for our God, because we know that by only him that these things they happen to us.
Yeah, for real, man. Have you want me to touch on that, or you want to take some calls? See, I know where they come from. A lot of people see me on Max Morning. You understand? Every morning, then they get inspired. I've had a lot of people call. I mean, person me back to say,
are you kidding me?
Oh yeah. I remember.
I want to be like you.
Big shout outs to my mother, Auntie Mercy. I call a pass. Big shout outs to you. I love you, Mom. You know, I attribute everything to my mom. Always keeping me on my toes and always making sure that I remember my God. Listen. I remember the day I became host of Good Morning Africa on African Magic, when African Magic was popping, because nobody ever thought I would make it out of the gutter, because where I was, it was deadly. You get what I mean? Heavy, I had to survive on your friends and eat some more biscuit. Into me fat biscuits now, I'm a bomb pie, biscuit. Yeah, I mean, that's all I have in the whole day.
One biscuit.
Yeah, eat some more. Like even that one to be the local one.
Yeah.
You won't ever change. To me, father, say, Father, nutrients be me here for me to survive and look good. Fill this biscuit with it. Me burn my bones to then I move. Won't ever change. The day I became host of Good Morning Africa, big shout outs to all Nigerians who live with me in the ghetto. They threw a party because they were proud to say this story. Like it's really happening in front of their eyes. They didn't believe it.
The day you became the host of Good Morning Africa, right?
Good Morning Africa on African Magic Channel. That's crazy. Yeah.
Let's get back to some more calls, but then again, you will tell us how you got that break. Max 89.7.
Max FM.
Max FM. Max FM.
89.7 Max FM.
Don't you give up, never lose it. Showing your mama and la pena and Yahweh. I went now. He's so faithful, never failing, so pure and so kind. He changed it now. Yehovah, Lolo, Yehovah, Keke. I want to say it. Why yo? Yehovah, Lolo, Yehovah, Keke. I want to say it. Why yo? Yehovah, Lolo, Yehovah, Yehovah, Keke. I want to say it.
Now, this song has never been played on radio before. First time airplay, never been played before.
Why are you playing it?
Yeah.
You touched?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
This is what it is, produced by the great Zab Mallet, who is going to be my guest tomorrow evening on the show. Zab Mallet will be here tomorrow evening. Yeah.
God is able to do all things. Keep on trusting Him. He will fix it, mend it, make it so perfect. No one got time, one lie, one yeah.
89.7 Max FM.
Yeah, my He changed it now. Yehovah, Lolo, Yehovah, Keke.
All right, now with this unreleased track here, it's going to be released very soon. I'll let you know when. It's by Stewart Edith. She's Ghanaian artist residing in Port Harcourt, Nigeria right now.
Nice.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, she's like a sister to me, So,
nice.
So I got this track. I'm like, what is this?
Perfect time to play.
I'm telling you, perfect time.
Yeah.
Perfect time. Perfect time. 020-182-5252. We'll take about 3 more calls tonight. Of course, we have Ekwia Bonnie says the realest man ever. Man like Bouticrow.
Yeah, man.
Esther Priya says, much great fool for how far God has brought you. That's right. 020-182-5252 or 0550-055-522. And in case you missed this in the beginning of this conversation, you can always visit our social media handles and go and watch it again and share it too, because this is a story everyone must know about. It's actually a movie in the making.
Yes.
Max FM 89.7. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Evening. Yeti Obama. Uh-huh. Oh, uh-huh.
Brian, what you saying? Sharp, if it's Uti, anywhere, Ugren. Yeah, sharp.
Sharp as it. Sharp as it.
I love you. For come, Bratama Community Night, bruh studio. You for come, I beg, come. You know what I mean? Come.
Yeah, because I know where the Dakuma don't.
Yeah. Okay, Uba now Turaza, cause Turaza Juma. Obetimi get over to the place. Make her hustle hard. Oh, you know, yeah, hustle our studios, no.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, bruh, me home.
Then I will be there.
All right, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.
Now, Munchai, what can I say?
Kunjani Baba.
Kunjani Baba.
Sharp as it. The grain. Utini Baba.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes. Your name, where you calling from, please?
Please, my name is Abuna. Can I talk to Bouti?
Yes, he's listening.
You're talking to Bouti.
Okay. I'm Bonani Bouti.
Ish. Ujari, Sisi, Utini.
Yati, na Ujani.
Sharp. That's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
Yo, I'm not saying only Turas, not Turas or SEO.
You can give your
Online breaky.
Online break you.
Oh. I said you can give your number. Last week I listened to you, but the number I was missing the number.
Okay. I give you the hustle out number. You can call us and then pull up. Maybe we'll be our course South Africa. Pull it up to the studio. Secondly, we'll be our course South Africa and you'll be out from Enne going. Mr. Wo, if you.
I want to take your number.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Last week I was.
Let me give it to you right. Let me say right now. Until number with you. I was coming to me and Cassia Pan. I see them here and Kitwa with you. Okay. 020 468 6085.
020
468
468.
Yeah. 6085.
6085.
Yes.
But 020
468
468.
60.
Yeah, 6085.
That's right. That's right.
Sisi Wami. Sisi Wami.
Sharp.
Nyabonga.
Casa, we just say All right. Okay. Now tell us about that big break. When was that day that you got that big break, and how's the feeling like?
I think my big break actually came from when I became Phrase of Guinness for over 7 years.
How were you discovered? You were found now.
Okay.
I was sitting. I should get to near my year tough. I should dungeon. How was you? Where were you discovered? Who discovered you? How was that moment like?
Okay. Big shout outs to one lady who used to run an agency, and I have to tell you this. Maybe I na me free bedrooms now me call Oakland Park, because from that drug infected area now it was crazy. So I had to find a way and move.
Tell them that story, boy. Let them know. My Ghana from what you've been through. Go ahead.
Charlie, he moved Ghana from Muntie story way. This is someone in New Year's, someone will ask you because like I meet some. So you know what? I found this cheap apartment. It was a 4-bedroom apartment in Oakland Park, close to SABC. Into me corner, a gated community, very cool place. Into yeah, me I'm free get to my back a little bit closer to the suburbs, you know. I got there and then I just got into that apartment. I moved in there, but I'm heavy. Me that why me to me say to me bomasum. Oh, me channel. Me to me so me kono mu minyame. And I just want to say I'm for ye juano or kitchen bati kunkra. Oh, I want to see be between partner boom boom.
Hey, sir.
Yeah, Charlie. So one afternoon, Charlie, one afternoon, me co baby me buy and me dawa and me who said, you know, but before that happened, you know, guy no gate man, no, I'm Converse, be black and white Converse, be very nice Converse, and I heard in my spirit, I mean, first I Converse, and check gate man. Oh, me and come on all of that, but I followed you and I'm far Converse in the corridor. So now near be now for until one afternoon me buy and me cut down and who say yeah boom me like somebody they beat me, they get me, they choke me and I struggle to wake up. Now me sorry and I'm cut now one thing one who say guy no a friend no to me say obisa me say na me cry ban saying na me bet na if you win. No, the guy approached me. He's like, "How did you come and live in this place?" You know, and I'm say, I mean, it's cheap, it's okay, and all of that. No, say, "Or pursue be many." Now, or by inside now, I'm a chairman idea. You know, so the guy just got in, pardon my tree. You know, I know what share me, baby. Feel the be what if you him. No. Say I say in na. If papa na not if you know okumne yere bucha ne ma ekun ne ho ano tutu form oh or the almost share first no born who choose to try and till be bisa, you know. So that was a mass grave ne busuafo ne okumunia. This house is a ghost house, it's a haunted house. That is why every day.
Are you kidding me? You lived in a haunted house.
Oh yeah, it was cheap, it was gated. It was like my first, like, oh, you know, right now, man, my elevated crab bar, you know, a very nice place. I won't lie to the guy. Was like every day, I'm out for crumb way remove on the crumb, but
they probably thought you were a ghost.
And I had to move that night to the next, you know, apartment. It was just that one room. I spoke to the person, and you know, I had to move because the beatings and the struggle that I was going through. So that one of those days, you know, a lady was looking for this guy, a model, and this lady was like, "Listen," or she was lost, and I just bumped into her. Maybe starting to say, "Pacho, what's happening here? He'll be an ass." They say, and she's like, "Look, I'm looking for this guy. I want to send this guy for an audition. This is how I got discovered. I want to send this guy for an audition, but I can't find him. Do you know him? Have you seen him?" Or be saying some question. I'm saying and I'm saying then audition. I say, they're auditioning for the new face for Guinness.
Let me ask you something though. Are you still in contact with her?
Oh, not really. A lot went down the road, but like once a while, you know, I think of her and pray for her. Only I make sure. So the thing is, like, you know, Evie, I think that's one character that Bouti will talk about when it comes to me. Right there, I just told the woman, say, "Don't forget the guy. You know, I'll make her a more-time millionaire. You know, I'm going to go to this audition and bring her some deals." And she just grew into my confidence, and you know, or mom in the card, and at the next day, your friends you know, something and go and audition for that particular you know, role. Bro, be real, you know. I just heard a voice, you know, a voice. That's why I love God so much. That is why I can't do without God. I heard a voice that, you know what, I'm on for Esreo Mami. People are dissing her on a daily basis. I'm on for Mbaya Bouticrow or Mbaya South Africa. Then I was South Africa. So we will use this audition to wipe my mom's tears.
Deep.
Yeah, that was the voice I heard. And then when I got into the audition, the white guy was from Hollywood, you know, big director. He saw me and he's like, you are the guy I've been looking for. I saw you.
Are
in my
you
dream."
kidding me?
That's God.
That is
Yeah, I am that I am.
that is what changed everything. You get what I mean, Heavy? So I mean he told me to sit down. He went back and I think he had a conversation with everybody and was like the audition was done and he had time for me.
That's crazy.
Next 3 days this lady called me like I've gotten the role. And for the first time I was in the plane to Cape Town, man.
Imagine.
Cape Town, man.
Wow.
You pursue to you know, make it to Cape Town, you know. Try your best and go and visit Cape Town. You go enjoy and you see scenery in life. And Heavy, that was where it all started, you know. From just God telling me say he wants to wipe my mom's tears. And I remember when that commercial hit, it hit Ghana, it hit CNN, it hit Sky, it hit worldwide because I was Guinness right there. They were putting a lot of money on it. It changed my life, and from there, I didn't stop looking back.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an inspiring story. It surely is a movie, though. Like, you know.
Yeah, the ghost story, yeah. It's real, man.
What?
Yeah. A haunted house. A haunted house. Very cheap.
So when he told you that day, when he told you that day, did you move that day?
Yeah, I moved that night because there was the next door, no, na room be or na me who say, oh, come advertise the room be on. So I told the guy, really, let me just perch for now and then we'll discuss.
He was a security there too.
Yeah, the security guy used to look at me, they be and say, hey, Charlie, how does this guy live here? But all the times, what you say, Mickey came, won't no. So
shout.
In Pobwana, me the man, me the chair, no, alone got him to open up to tell me, he said, this place is a haunted house. Nipa no to an entire family. And he killed himself.
I see.
Yeah.
We'll take one more call for you. The calls are coming. I can't take all the calls tonight. You will be watching him tomorrow live on Max Morning. I think we have a lot to cover, man, but we can't do it all tonight. Wow. 020-182-5252. You better call back and you Alex Crassie and Bouticrow and you. What an inspiring evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Yes, your name, where you calling from, please?
This is Pat. I'm calling from Tema.
Okay, Pat, we're listening to you.
Okay. I think the guys in the studio look too fresh for what they've been through.
The glory of God. The glory of God. The glory of God.
But, I mean, in all of it, what it should tell us, the young people, is that we should not jump our prophet. We should just go through it. And in the end, God will glorify himself.
Wow.
So,
There you go.
Wow.
I thank God for Budi. I thank God for Tiraz. Charlie, tomorrow I'll invite you guys for lunch.
Thank you.
For real? I'm going on lunch day.
I see you.
Share.
Love you guys. Love you so much.
Love
Bye.
you. Love you. Thank you so much.
That's dope.
We on a lunch date tomorrow, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's what's up. 60 past the hour 9 here on Max Evening, Max 89.7. What an inspiring evening. And tell me about being on Africa's what's the program again?
Good Morning, Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so from becoming the face of Guinness, I went on to become face of Standard Bank. You know what I'm saying? Went on to do a lot of commercials, started doing massive voiceovers. I was all over the place, traveling from one African country to the other. Like, God just
I
shined.
had private jets at all.
Yeah.
I had that story. I had the private jets and all.
Yeah, God just shined his light on me, and once I had that, stamp, now I had to move. You get what I mean? I had to move. So there was this radio station called Rhythm 100, and it was a radio station in Rosebank where all the fresh people used to go. You get me, all the fresh boys, to hang out and get ready. And I think I went there and I told them that I was going to change their face. You see, I was so hungry that everywhere I went, I had to speak that spoken word. Say, Charlie, I'm going to change this face of this radio station. Give me an opportunity. And because of me being on television, especially with the commercials that I was doing, it opened certain doors. You get what I mean? So I went on Rhythm 100, and I remember I was one of the first guys to introduce, African music. I'm talking about from the West to South Africa. And then from there, the connection grew. Got to meet some few folks, and then I got a deal to work at Planet Radio. Big shout out, it's now Urban on Urban TV on. Your friend is saying DSTV, and then through that, I was called. Said there is an opportunity here at African Magic. Would you wanna take it? You get what I mean? And I went in and boom, and the deal was mine. I think that
yeah. The story evolves from one to the other.
From
and
ashes,
I know that there are bigger things coming out. Of course, the album, the music, a lot of the story, the movies, the whatnot. But we're gonna wrap it up in the next 5 minutes because I know you have to go and rest and come back tomorrow very early for Max Morning. It's been an inspiring evening, though. But I want you to share one message to the youth out there. I know you've spoken extensively, but I'll start with Bouti. Talk to the youth out there for me. That's a charm, bro.
Before I go talk to the youth, so I got hustle hard popping. If I can talk real quick.
Which me akasa or microman.
So I'm saying we hustle hard movement no going on.
Yeah, definitely.
If I can talk real quick about it.
No problem.
Ghana for real quick, I wanna let you guys know hustle hard a entertainment establishment. Equipment I bought parties it's like we have a mobile DJ service. It's me ball wedding, engagement parties, corporate events, birthdays, grand openings, school events, funerals, all types of events. From ene going. So what party be and I say PA system to play any function, any event. Hustle hard. You know we're out here and we're hustling. You hear the story. You know what I mean? And we're trying to make it happen. And don't forget, with me entertainment journal, if you kind of saying, come get my services out. Whatever money I'm making, I'm also giving arms to people. I'm helping people out. It's not just like, me Sikano, always going into my pocket. No,
I'm trying to get up and coming artists.
Exactly. All that. For that services, move my friend 024 396 7515. 024 396 7515. And shout outs to DJ Champagne. He's the one we're working with. We have other people we're working with too. I pull up the illest DJs you want. Shout outs to DJ Yoga. Love you, bro. I know what you've done for me, what you're doing for me. Your studio, so recording studio, into any artists that want to record, pull up, your baby, you're kind of saying talent hunt. And what I need you guys to do is sharpen your skills. Me mama opportunity to come and shine, and meaning say enyo bia no bit me winning. But what we're gonna do is the people who we see that are good, hustle hard music, your better compilation projects. We'll put you guys on, we'll shoot videos for you, try and help you break out. And I sound so a content room. Open say we shoot 2 videos, our in-house. YouTube now per se we shoot to, need a place to, shoot your content. We got you. Your sound what kind of saying rehearsal, live instrumental musicians, rehearsals into pull up, Mr. Pull up. I'm trying to make it pop off. I need your support. I'm reaching out to all managers too. Managers of if I say artists. Mumbra through, come let's do business. Producers, come through and let's make it happen. But real quick, the youth, people listening to me, this is what I want to tell you guys. Hustle hard. But I been is so. And I'm best me bisa butaye ben ni si weni so. What do you want to achieve in life? What is your goal? Who are you fighting for? Are you fighting for your mother? Are you fighting for yourself? Are you fighting for your kid? Who are you fighting for? Butaye bin si weni so, right? Okay. And then this is what I want to achieve, right? How am I going to achieve it? Sit back and strategize. No, say from point A to point Z, no, it's going to be B, C, D. You understand what I'm saying? So now know that, okay, how will I navigate to get to Z? Right? Think about all that. Okay, but most importantly, Nyankopon. If you have him, you have all things. Sometimes it will be tough. But when it's tough, just know that he has you. They make another say, he has you. So make sure, say, you never, ever, ever forget about him. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then another thing I want to tell you guys, good news, good news, good news. Hustle hard. We're going to have a collaboration with Max FM. We're going to have a talent search with this great FM station. From today on, we pursue BRT Max FM. Forget all the other FM stations. No wasting time.
One time.
There's no opportunities out there for you guys. Just listen to these people where they listen to Max. This will be the spot where opportunities, especially for artists. This will be where the opportunity there for you guys. Max evening. This will be where the opportunity there for you guys. You know what I'm saying? And you know, heavy D, the show, no. Call a friend to tell a friend, tell your mother, your father, Obia. Everybody for tuning. From today on, 7 p.m. to 10. Apart from that, no Max FM station. Let your dial be on it. Max TV. All the time. Move doggy all the other TV stations. That's all I'm trying to tell you guys. Because right now, they're giving Hustle out the opportunity to make it happen. And you know, that's what I got to tell you guys. I love you guys. And I want to give a shout out to all my loved ones. Munim. Before now, me ba Ghana no. Mo boame no. Munim. The Moka say mo be boame no so na mo ye go slow no so no. Munim ho. But I want you to know this thing. Bouticrow me a survivor. In fear, America and Bambi set it up, BB, and I can't lose God. So I'm praying, say, all my friends that are in the media who said it was going to help, the door is still open. Come through and come help. Don't let the ones that I didn't even know them and I just met them yesterday are the ones helping me. That's a shame on you guys. You know what I mean? But it's all good. With or without you, we go do them. So I want to say, love you, Taraz. You're my brother. We're always going to be brothers, man.
For life, man.
And we've been through all this. And I'm grateful to God, say, me need Taraz. And then, you timitina ha, ye kanyasem, heavy. Me dawasi for giving us this opportunity. Yoga, Nake, and the owner of this station, God bless you. May you live long, and may you continuously be rich. That your richness will also touch us. So, peace unto you.
All right, now, to us.
Why you looking at me? The man done said everything. Why could he be? You know, the man done said everything, boy.
Shout out to Boss Max.
Yeah, Boss Max, man. Wherever you are in Yamishirao, you're a visionary. You were one of the humble people that I've ever met. And I know definitely, like, you know, you're already there, you know. Whatever dreams that you have, I know it's in Yamishirao. But I just really want to touch on this one. You know, if you're a young man, a woman, and you have a problem with your mother or your father, you understand, or you're a young man or woman, you're listening to me, you don't talk to your mother, you don't talk to your father, you don't support your mother, you don't support your father. I tell you, and I say this on radio, no man of God, utie, no man of God will go feel lay hands on you and you get blessed. It will never happen. The blessings comes from the bloodline that you come from. If you have problems with your father, settle that right now. Go to your father and ask him to lay their hands on you, speak into your life so that the days ahead of you will be good. If you have problems with your mother, solve that problem right about now. Make sure that you humble yourself and of course, receive your mother's blessings. Those two rows, you know. So there is nothing on this side. Nobody will touch you. Martin Americano. Make sure that you repair the relationship with your mother. make sure you repair the relationship with your father. Without that, no amount of blessings will happen or will come through. And I ask you that, take God seriously. God is a fun dude, man. He's a lovely, lovely person. And me, I see him as a person. He's invisible, but I'm always seeing him as a person. We have conversation all the time. Make sure you get close to God. All the youth out there. And, of course, he will direct your path and strengthen you for where you are going. God richly bless you all. Take care of yourself. Big shout-outs to Heavy. Yoga, I got you. Lord Ras, man, I love you. Thank you so much, Nake. Thank you. And for everybody who loves watching Max Morning, Yamisha Munia, thank you so much. Blah.
Real quick, hustle hard _GH. Hustle hard _GH. Follow us, and whatever business you got for us, hit us up on that side.
Oh,
26 Instinct.
And we are loud and clear in Tema, all over the place. The Angel Heights Hotel, listening live. Oh, that's right. To Junior, to Nana, Benedicta, to Fostite, everybody out there doing a listening in Angel Heights Hotel, Community 9. Much love to you.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice. Coastal Live, 28 past 9, Max 69.7 FM. Okay, now we're going to wrap it up with this, and then I'll let you go take over, but here's how I'm going to wrap it up.
Max FM 89.7 Max FM.
Anamadon kungu yo yesu wanamjila nyaraka mali magoni